Here, on her first wedding anniversary, Jane's memories are happy ones. Her thoughts go back to other well-remembered moments. Jane recalls again the eventful day she graduated from high school. That exciting day when Ted's friendly smile as he sat out there with her folks was as deeply prized as her newly won diploma.
Mother, where do you think it would look best if it were framed?
What do you want to frame, dear?
My diploma. I want it to be where Ted can see it. You know, this is the first time we've invited him to dinner.
Oh, dear. Ted saw you get your diploma today. He knows you have one. You better come and help Judy and me finish setting the table.
All right, Mother.
Oh, that looks lovely, dear.
Mother, when you got our silver, why didn't you pick one with more design?
Well, this pattern appealed to me because of its simplicity. Your father and I started buying this sterling before you were a member of the family. We bought our last pieces when you were about 10 and Judy about 5.
I wouldn't remember that, would I, Mother?
Of all my possessions, I think I'm proudest of my silver.
Oh, it is beautiful. It's awfully rich looking.
It has distinction, dear. It's designed like silver they once made from melted coin by hand in the colonial days. That's why they call it 1810. I find it fits in any period, earlier or more modern. It's simple and correct anywhere you use it. That's what gives it its beauty. Well, dinner's almost ready and your dad will be here any minute. I do hope Ted won't be late.
Oh, he won't be, Mother. I know he won't. That's right, Judy. Forks to the left, knives and spoons to the right.
And be sure to always put the cutting edge toward the plate. I learned that in my home economics class at school.
And do they teach you to put my butter plate on the wrong side?
Oh, no. Mother did that.
Why don't you move it over where it belongs, Jane?
Oh, Mother, an order for a place setting of sterling. Oh, Mother, thank you. Oh, now I can have my own sterling.
That's our gift for your graduation, dear. You can choose your own pattern and you can take your time because you'll be making your choice for a whole lifetime.
Oh, this is wonderful. Some of the girls have already picked out their patterns, and I wonder when I'd be able to pick out mine. Oh, now I can.
Jane remembers how that gift order was the start of an exciting adventure. Days of window shopping when every silverware display held out a promise. Somewhere here, amid the beauty and quality of sterling, is the pattern Jane will choose. Many things have gone into it to help her in her choice, things she never dreamed of. But they are there, an artist's inspiration, tested design, painstaking craftsmanship. As 1810 had its inspiration in Americana, so other patterns had their inspirations in other periods, in architecture, in fabrics, in the grace and form and beauty of nature. In Wild Rose, it was the flower from which the pattern was named. In this cherished Irish lace is inspiration for the lifelong beauty of the pattern Queen's Lace. The clustered daintiness of these flowers has given everlasting beauty to the pattern Prelude. The royal tradition, the color of the court of Louis XIV, may be found for all time in the regal charm of Richelieu. The beauty of a shy bloom is captured forever in the refreshingly different spring glory. In the classic designs of delicately woven cloth is found the inspiration for scrolled ornament and pearl beading that live forever in brocade. From the stately and delicate beauty of the gladiola, an artist was inspired to create the pattern Blossom Time. In this designing department, talented artists, all of whom are graduates of art schools, constantly strive to achieve the balance in pattern which brings joy to the hostess through the table harmony she achieves. The standards of taste and beauty which each new pattern must meet are very high. It's submitted to a jury of hundreds of women who pass on its appeal, its lasting appeal. The patterns that fail this test are discarded. And when a design like Blossom Time has been created and has passed the test on its lasting appeal, it must go through many stages of expert craftsmanship before the sterling pieces can take shape. First of all, the pattern is modeled in plaster in enlarged size to bring out every minute detail. Then, from a plain piece of sterling, another artist hand chases the design with painstaking craftsmanship. And thus the enchanting beauty of the gladiola is perpetuated. And finally, there is the hand cutting and finishing of steel dies to be translated into every piece from tiniest oyster fork to largest serving spoon, each perfect in balance, rhythm, and harmony, so that thousands may enjoy the beauty that lives forever. In order that we may see how sterling silver tableware is actually made, let's pay a visit to one of the factories. First of all, ingots of pure silver bullion go into the furnace to be melted with a small amount of alloy which is added for strength and durability. The result is sterling, which is 92.5% pure silver. Any piece of silver marked sterling must conform to this standard, which is established by the United States government. Rigid laboratory tests are continuously made. A sample from each pouring is checked to assure that the highest standard of quality is strictly maintained. Another factor in sterling is important, the weight of the individual piece. With meticulous care and precision, the sheets go through many rollings until the desired thickness is reached. They are constantly checked with a micrometer. Samples of each run are tested for ductility and tensile strength. This machine is for the ductility test, which ensures the strength of the metal far beyond the required standard. After the sheets are cut to desired width, they are blanked in much the same manner as silver coins are struck off the mint. Grade rolling distributes the metal to proper thickness, width, and length by the pressure of rolls that are irregular in circumference, thus making possible any desired distribution of metal. The sterling is then cut to outline. Skilled craftsmen handle each piece individually for each operation, as in this precisely controlled tining of the fork. The hand-wrought dies are translated into all the varying sizes of sterling pieces, and each piece is separately stamped at least twice to assure perfection of detail. One or many piercings are made in a single guided movement of experienced hands with never varying perfect uniformity. Each tine must be tapered not too much, not too little, to give it unerring uniformity of shape. This requires the highest skill of the craftsman. A smooth surface is given to the sterling pieces by the use of fine-grained sand and high-speed revolving buff wheels. The sand is actually finely ground pumice stone imported from European volcanic regions. 16 separate skilled operations are necessary to give the proper finish. Operations of buffing, facing, polishing, to bring perfection to the beauty that lives forever. Inspections are made at every stage of the work, with rejections at the slightest flaw. The final polish gives the luster that is so prized in sterling. After this finish polish, the forks will be conveyed through a series of chemical baths which will leave them immaculately clean. While the fork is going through this thorough cleaning process, let's take a look at how its companion piece, the knife, is made. First, the two faces of the hollow handle are stamped individually with the design. Then the two sections are precisely fitted together and tack welded. The tack welded knife handle is hand soldered into a permanent single unit. The handles are carefully tested underwater to detect even the tiniest flaw in the soldering. Skill and infinite care go into the making of a knife. The hollow handles are filled with sour eisen, one of the strongest of plastic cements. Then the knife blade is inserted. In a heating chamber, handles and blades become inseparably one. The knives are given a final polish after having gone through many polishing operations, just like the fork. After the chemical bath, expert eyes and gloved hands make the final inspection. The sterling that passes here must be flawless. All this skilled craftsmanship culminates in beauty that is ready to add pleasure to your everyday living or to that of the family next door. Each piece is individually packaged to ensure that no human hand will touch the sterling pieces until they reach the home where they will be used. The packages are automatically heat sealed so that they are airtight, thus keeping the sterling in perfect condition. In the making of sterling hollowware, the same perfection in craftsmanship, the same imaginative, balanced design, the same meticulous care in fashioning and finishing are all ingredients of the beauty in the completed creation. It takes expert skill to spin a flat disc of sterling into its graceful form as a candle holder. Spinning is an art in which perfection is attained only after many years of experience. Under the guiding hands of this skilled spinner, a piece of sterling silver is being shaped into a Paul Revere punch bowl. Silversmithing, like other skilled crafts, is handed down from father to son. For instance, here, 5 generations of experience contribute to the quality and beauty of sterling. The art of the silversmith also extends into the creation of beautiful dresserware. Decorating hollowware, or chasing as it's called, is an ancient skill. The procedure has scarcely changed since Cellini decorated the silverware of royalty during the Renaissance. In the home, sterling brings beauty to everyday living. It brings the joy and pleasure of table arrangements at every meal. Here is a table set for the family breakfast with spring glory flatware and matching hollowware. For this menu, the teaspoon is placed with the cup and saucer and parallel to the edge of the table. The cereal spoon is placed at the right edge of the placemat. Then the knife with its cutting edge turned toward the plate. On the left of the plate is the fork. At the left of the placemat, a small breakfast-sized napkin. Glass is at the tip of the knife, and the orange juice glass is to the left, or it may be in the center behind the plate. Above the fork is the bread and butter plate, and the butter spreader is placed on the plate in any of the preferred positions, across the corner, vertically, at the right edge, or horizontally at the rear. This table is set for a summer luncheon with the wild rose pattern. Notice that the silverware pieces are placed in the order they are to be used. A salad is to be served as the first course, so the salad fork is on the outside at the left edge of the placemat. The hot course will come next, so the luncheon fork is placed second, next to the plate. The luncheon knife on the right side of the plate and the long-handled spoon for iced tea or iced coffee is at the right edge of the placemat. The silver for dessert will be brought in when dessert is served. The luncheon napkin is often folded in a triangle, but any simple fold is in perfect taste. The modern hostess includes ashtrays. Small sterling ones are practical and add to the beauty of the table arrangement. Buffet meals are planned for informality, but even an informal setting is impressive. Here the sterling is Royal Danish. Use only the flatware pieces that the guests may need. The forks first, knives last along the edge of the table near the plates. Place the spoons with the cups and saucers. With matching sterling tableware to hold the food, an informal buffet will be a gala occasion. The flowers may be as dramatic as desired on a buffet table, but they should fit the occasion and the home surroundings. Very few homes today have a maid needed to give a really formal dinner. So we don't try to be formal, but we do want to set our table correctly. At this dinner table, the sterling is Queen's lace. It's easy to arrange the dinner table properly by following the simple rules that have been mentioned. First, use only the pieces needed for the menu. Second, place them in the order in which they are going to be used, beginning at the extreme left for the forks and at the extreme right for spoons and knives. For this dinner menu, there is planned first a shrimp cocktail. If the cocktail is on the table, the cocktail fork is placed on the serving plate parallel to the table edge. However, if it's served after the guests are seated, the small cocktail fork would not be put on the serving plate or with the other forks. It would be placed at the extreme right. This is the exception to the rule. Then comes the cream soup spoon for the soup course. The meat course comes next, so the dinner knife is placed next, and its partner, the dinner fork, is the first fork at the left edge of the place setting, because it will be used before the salad fork. The butter spreader is laid in the preferred position on the bread and butter plate. This table has matching sterling salts and peppers for each 2 guests, and sterling cigarette holders and ashtrays are useful and decorative accessories. Yes, it's fun to arrange your table properly with sterling. All the things we've seen, Jane may never dream of, but they're in the pattern she has chosen. Inspiration, design, craftsmanship, combined into quality and beauty that lives forever. And here, at the table set for 2, is the choice she made. It's blossom time, and now she has 2 settings, only 2, but perfect and useful twice each day for Jane and Ted. Perfect and useful beauty for any young couple.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary, darling. What's that? Oh, a package for me?
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't we better open it?
Go ahead.
And that one there, too.
Oh, one for me, too?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 more place settings of blossom time. Oh, there's nothing I wanted more. Come on, hurry up. Open up yours. See what's in it.
Another setting of blossom time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what kind of gift is this to give to your husband?
I just knew you'd love it.
Now, I'm sure I have a smart wife.
Why, thank you, sir.
Hey, what's this? The simple secret of keeping your sterling silver always beautiful. That's not my department. To keep your silverware looking its best, use with every meal. That means frequent washings.
Of course, dear. It's easy to keep silver looking so new. They taught us that in school.
Ours has, for a whole year.
And it always will. All I have to do is wash it in hot water and soap suds, and then rinse thoroughly in clear hot water. That's as important as the washing. And then dry it at once.
That sounds so simple, I bet I could do it myself.
You'll find out right after dinner.
Uh-oh. I asked for it.